Hey everyone, it's Ace coming at you live with another fantastic episode of the Ray Z Show. Nice to be back, and I hope you all had a great day. With I hope you all had a great day, whether you were working or you're a mom, a full-time mom. Um, I hope you had a blessed day and a great day, and I hope you fathers that come home can't wait to see your families. That's what I hope every day. You know, there's so much negativity in the world. We need to learn to just we need to grab on and hold this. We need to grab and hold something that we believe in this world. And today I'm going to talk about, we'll get back to that later, but today it would be nice to have some light, right? Sorry about that. Today we're going to talk about integrity, and this is from trackinghappiness.com. And there's the link. I just posted the link. Okay, so integrity. How does integrity affect us and how do we use it? Key points. Identify your personal values to stand up for what you think is right. Let's read it again. Key points of integrity. Identify your personal values to stand up for what you think is right. Act with intent by making conscious life decisions. Practice honesty and assertiveness in your daily interactions. We value integrity. We value integrity highly in both ourselves and others. We expect others to act with integrity and let us keep ours. But like most things worth having, integrity is not always easy. So, how do you live with integrity despite the fact that it's sometimes difficult? Integrity is all about living according to your values and principles, even if it's hard. Integrity, integrity isn't something you achieve, but rather something you consciously choose every day of your life. When you know your values, they will act like a compass, pointing you in the right direction. Communicating assertively and striving to always be honest with yourself and others will also help you live your life with integrity. In this article, I'll take a look at what integrity is and what it consists of, and more importantly, some ways to live with integrity. What is integrity anyway? What is it? Integrity is something we like to see in leaders, presidents, mayors, governors, politicians, teachers, health professionals, as well as in our loved ones and in ourselves. But ask people to define integrity, and you'll likely run into hesitant attempts at trying to find the right words. It would be nice if I could talk straight, right? When I get a little nervous, my words don't flow as well as they should. Integrity is something we like to see in leaders, politicians, teachers, and health professionals, as well as in our loved ones and in ourselves. But ask people to define integrity, and you'll likely run into hesitant attempts at trying to find the right words. Before reading on, I recommend trying to define what integrity means for you. If you have someone nearby, try asking them also. My own understanding of the word has been sullied by the research I've done for this article, which I will present shortly. But for me, integrity is best described in Frank Sinatra's My Way. If you're not familiar with the song, I recommend giving it a listen. In short, the lyrics tell the story of a man at the end of his life, reflecting on how he faced all of life's joys and hardships his way. In other words, with unwavering integrity. For what is a man? What has he got if not himself? Then he has naught, not to say the things that he truly feels, and not the words of someone who nails. The record shows I took all the blows and I did it my way. That's Frank Sinatra. Many definitions of integrity have to do with having a strong internal moral compass and behaving accordingly to your values and principles. It closely connected it is closely connected to ethics and morality and is considered a foundational moral virtue. Honesty is also often mentioned, especially in dictionary definitions when you look up integrity. It's also interesting to note that in my native Estonian, there's no direct translation of the word integrity, which isn't to say that we're unfamiliar with the concept, but the word is most often translated as asamilni and pamatakilndo, meaning honest and principled. Chances are that your own definition also used similar words. I never heard of those words. Those are hard to say. Let's read back. It's also interesting to note that in my native Estonian, there are no direct translations of the word integrity, which isn't to say that we're unfamiliar with the concept, but the word is most often translated as aselmani and tohimotikindle, meaning honest and principled. There's another great take on integrity that is often falsely attributed to author C.S. Lewis. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Wow, I like that. That's honesty. So it does have to do, integrity means honesty, people. It's honesty. Let me read that again. There's another great take on integrity that is often falsely attributed to author, that is also often falsely attributed to author C.S. Lewis. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. This is a paraphrase of the following quote from comedian and motivational speaker Charles Marshall. Integrity is doing the right thing when you don't have to, when no one else is looking or will ever know, when there will be no congratulations or recognition for having done so. Integrity is doing the right thing when you don't have to, when no one else is looking or will ever know, when there will be no congratulations or recognition for having done so. Do you find it hard to be happy and in control of your life? It may not be your fault. To help you feel better, we've condensed the information of 100% of articles in a 10-step mental health cheat sheet to help you be more in control. The values and morals and principles. Oh my, in a way, integrity can be thought of as a compass that points you in the right direction, your own magnetic north. In this metaphor, values, morals, and principles are the needle of the compass aligning you with your north, not the north itself, with your north. It's important to make the distinction because sometimes we can treat integrity and values like goals or destinations. For example, we might say that we want to act with integrity. If we value acceptance, we might say that we want to achieve acceptance. Goals are good to have, but values are not goals. Therapist and coach Dr. Russ Harris writes, values are not about what you want to get or you want to achieve. They are about how you want to behave or act on an ongoing basis, how you want to treat yourself, others, and the world around you. I like that. You know what? Values are not about what you want to get or achieve. They are about how you want to behave or act on an ongoing basis, how you want to treat yourself, treat others, and treat the world around you. Russ Harris. You know what? That's so true. You know, again, um, I see so many unhappy people in the world. You know, when you treat people good, it goes back to another episode that I did. It's about kindness. It's about caring for others. My moral values have been pretty set since I was a child. I never cheat, lie, or steal. Never break anybody's heart. That's not my goal. If you have integrity in your heart, integrity is the scale. Okay, it creates a moral compass. And when people go off the deep end and do things they shouldn't, and they know they shouldn't be doing that, they're breaking their integral moral standards that they were born with, that their parents taught them not to do this and not to do that. Good parents will teach their children right from wrong and the whys. Why not do that? You shouldn't do this because you shouldn't do this because you're going to get hurt. Don't play with scissors. You're going to cut yourself, and if you fall, you're going to stab yourself. Don't play with sharp objects. Don't put things in your mouth that don't belong in your mouth. Parents, the moral compass, the integral part of being a parent come from acting on your morals that you were born with and taught to believe and teach and to give your offspring. Okay, let's keep going. Integrity is about being consistent, honest, selfless, not selfish, selfless. Don't take. That's not integrity. Don't steal. Don't talk behind people's backs. Don't have a lot of money and look at the poor person like they're not worth talking to or waving at or shaking a hand to. You know, it's sad. The world is just a spiral of selfishness and dissatisfaction. People are just never satisfied. I want this phone. I want this. I'm not happy with this. You know, I'm not happy with 20 minutes on the computer. I need 2 hours. No, you're not using the computer. You're not using your. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You know what I mean? You have to realize that being a giving person is an integral part of existence. Okay, so let's keep going. The same goes for morals and principles. They are not something you achieve. They're something you act on. act on. You can't become a moral person by doing immoral things in the name of the greater good. You hear that? The same goes for morals and principles. So morals and integrity are tied together, right? The same goes for morals and principles. They aren't something you achieve. They're something you act on. Actions, not words, actions. Or words that are uplifting to someone that needs to be uplifted. This is my son Gabriel, by the way, if you haven't met him yet. Dado. Say hi to everybody. Hi. You can't become a moral person by doing immoral and bad things in the name of the greater good. You are a moral person if you consciously choose to be one. You can't become a moral person by doing immoral bad things in the name of the greater good. In other words, you can't worship the devil and be a good person. You can't worship idol gods and be a good person. You can't be bad and expect to be a good person. You can't become a moral person by doing immoral things in the name of the greater good. You are a moral person if you consciously choose to be one. I want to be a moral person. I want to be better. I want to be the good part of the universe, and God made the universe. So I want to be the good part that God loves. I want God to look at me someday and say, "Wow, you changed. You're a better person." I know I deserve whatever punishment He gives me. And people, if you don't think there's heaven and hell, you better think twice. There's both. And if you want to go to heaven, you better start acting on good principles in life and praying to God for your family. It should go without saying that everyone has values, morals, and principles. It should go without saying that everyone's values, morals, and principles are different. Even if our general definition of integrity is the same, our integrity won't look the same. Everybody's created as individuals. We're all different people. That's what that means. Let's read it again. It should go without saying that everyone's values, morals, and principles are different. Even if our general definition of integrity is the same, our integrity won't look the same. So, integrity is like a tree, is what this is saying. It has many branches, many. It has many different. It should go without saying. If anybody can leave a comment and help me um, figure this one out, it would be great. Is that a bee? I think I just saw a bee flying around here. It should go without saying that everyone's values, everyone's morals, and principles are different. Even if our general definition of integrity is the same, our integrity won't look the same. For example, some people make a point of being independent and never relying on anyone else, while others will build a group or a network to consolidate forces and achieve more through cooperation. And we haven't even tapped into the numerous political or religious differences that are often inseparable from our values and principles. How to live with integrity. It's not always easy to act with integrity, but that's not the point. Integrity isn't doing what is easy, it's doing what is right. I'm going to read that again. It's not always easy to act on and with integrity, but that's not the point. Integrity isn't doing what's easy, it's doing what is right. in life. If you're looking to build your own compass, look no further. Here are 6 tips on how to live with integrity. Find your values. It's much easier it's much easier to stand for what's right if you know what you stand for. Integrity often starts from figuring out and defining your values. There are many ways to go about this. For example, you can simply try to brainstorm and write down behaviors and characteristics that you value in yourself and others. If you need a cheat sheet, I recommend the values handout from Dr. Russ Harris. On this one, from Therapist Aid. The most important thing is to take as much time as you need and be completely honest with yourself. Keep in mind that values in different domains of life can sometimes contradict each other. You may value independence in your personal life and cooperation at work, or vice versa. You may also find that your values don't entirely align with those of your loved ones or your role models. Don't be don't be discouraged if these things happen. You're working out your own values, not someone else's. Make conscious decisions. A large part of living with integrity is acting with intent. This means making conscious decisions in your relationships, in your careers, or in life in general. Give me a second. I just want to tag somebody, a friend of mine. Hold on. He's already there. Okay, cool. Oh, I want to say hi to him. He asked me to be the godfather of his child. I am so excited. Hey, Vin, big shout out. How do I tag him? Wait, let me see if I can find him. I didn't know he messaged me. Hold on. Uh, anyways, I'm gonna give a shout out, big shout out to Vin. Vin, how you doing today? I didn't see. Um, I didn't see your message until now. Thanks. I hope you're watching, and I hope you love the show. He asked me to be the godfather of his child. I cannot even believe he asked me. Me? Who am I? I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody. You know. Hi, Vin. Big shout out. Big shout out, man. Thanks. So, um, integrity, integrity, integrity. Where were you? Where were we? Where were we? As you can see, I got the whole ADDHD thing. Okay, so make conscious decisions. A large part of living with integrity is acting with intent, with meaning, sometimes with forcefulness in your attitude. I don't mean you're going to go hit somebody. I mean act with integrity. Intent. Make decisions on your life. Don't be scared. I mean, I don't mean you're going to go jump off a bridge. That's a bad decision, you know? Don't go out and hurt anybody. Don't go out and steal, rob, cheat, lie, steal, talk bad about people behind their back. Look at life as a look at life. Our angel, our guardian angels, angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom his love commits me here, ever to stay be at our side, still at God's rule and guide. Give us the integrity to live conscious, a conscious life, and not to do people wrong, to do people right. When we're unsure of what path to take, we tend to postpone making the decision until the decision is made for us. This can apply to small, inconsequential decisions, like where to have dinner. I can't tell you how many times I've gone back and forth between two spots until one of them closes and I'm only left with one option or two bigger, more important things like relationships. Wow, that sounds like me. Are you a Capricorn? I have to ask this person. I wish I knew this person who wrote this article. I really do. I'm going to read it again. I am the most undecided person in the freaking world. I go to a dinner place, and if I find one, if it's a new dinner place, I'm scared. I don't know what to order, right? If it's an old dinner place, I know what I want. It's my favorite dish. I've been there many times. But the first time I go into a place and I don't know it, it's killing me. I don't know what to decide. And my ex-wife got mad at me. We would sit there. Can you just decide, And as much as I want to, and I want to act on that comment, I can't decide. It's weird. So let me read that again. When we're unsure of what path to take, we tend to postpone making the decision until the decision is made for us. This can apply to small, inconsequential decisions like where to have dinner. To me, that's not small. It's like I'm starving. If I'm craving something, I have to have it, right? Right now, I'm visiting the Philippines, but I got to go back and get my favorite food. I miss it. I miss it. And you know what? I got to give a big shout out. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you, Erniel. I was just thinking about you yesterday. That is so weird. Okay? Where are you? Is that you? Um, Big shout out to Erniel Simafranca. Big shout out to Vin. Big shout out to John Malona. Vin Iris. 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 Hope I'm saying your name right, man. Iris. I was scared to say it. I didn't want to say it wrong. Vin, you're awesome. I can't wait to be the godfather of your child. I am so excited right now. Like I am above beyond excited. I'm just blown away. So thank you, Vin. You're my friend, and you always will be, even if I'm here, there, or not in the world anymore. Don't forget about me. All right. Ernil Sima Franca, that's you right there, bro. Big shout out. Big shout out to Ernil. Sima Franca. Vin. Harris. And all my great followers and friends. Thank you. And John Malona, big shout out, brother. Thank you so much. You made my day. I gotta thank you. This show's nothing without you people. I was just thinking about you, Neil, yesterday, man. How you doing? How's the store? Let's get back. When we're unsure what path to take, right? I can't tell you how many times I've gone back and forth between two restaurants until they both close. That's me, oh, that's me, right? It's like really small choices are a good place to practice conscious decision making. Take the time to weigh your options and make the best choice you can with the information you have. In retrospect, it might turn out to be the wrong choice, but we can't see the future. Small choices are a good place to practice conscious decision making. Take the time to weigh your options and make the best choice you can with the information you have. In retrospect, it might turn out to be the wrong choice, but we cannot see the future. Living with integrity means making choices that are yours, no matter how right or how wrong. Lift your spirits, people. When we watch the show, I'm not creating this information, right? I'm not. I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion when you watch the show. Lift your spirits to a higher level and open it up to the universe and God. Try do it. Just lift yourselves up, relax. Don't focus on your problems. Okay? Strive to be honest with yourself and honest with others. We've all told the white lie now and then, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's a conscious decision to preserve a loved one's peace of mind, or sometimes we're just trying to save our own skin. However, honesty is an integral part of integrity. This can mean telling your friend what you really think about their new haircut, being truthful with your spouse about the cost of the new gadget, and having a long think about your relationship. Is that something you can't be truthful about? Or owning up to your mistakes. Let's read it again. However, honesty is an integral part of integrity. This can mean telling your friend what you really think about their new haircut, being truthful with your spouse about the cost of your new gadget, and having a long think about your relationship. If that's something you can't be truthful about, or owning up to your mistakes. It's completely okay to still tell a little white lie when you need it, as long as you understand why it was necessary. But consider being honest first. It's often easier to excuse your late arrival by blaming traffic. You're late to a meeting, a half an hour late. Sorry, I'm late to the meeting. There was traffic. Oh, like the scooter drivers in the city. Oh, how much is it to go here? Um, 120. Come on, man, 70 pesos. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Bullshit traffic, man. It's always traffic. And then when you get on the road, there's hardly any freaking traffic. I'm going to go to Taipei. I'm going to go to the mall and renew my visa to stay for another 2 months. I'll ask the taxi, hey, how much? How much? 250, 300, 400, 450. Come on, man, 250. It's just me. Traffic. Yeah, here we go. Here we go with the traffic excuse. All right, here we go. But consider being honest first. It's often easier to excuse your late arrival by blaming the traffic. But consider it admitting that you slept too late. You got drunk last night and you slept. It would really be at the end of but consider at admitting you slept late because you went out drinking with the boys last night and would really be at the end of your world. You think it is. It's not. Things happen. People make mistakes, and you're no exception. And there's nothing wrong with being honest about it. There really isn't. There isn't. And people are scared. You know what I found? Big shout out to everyone. Um, don't be scared to be honest. It's being human to make mistakes. I, you know, just try telling the truth and and see the reaction. Don't be scared. What are you scared of? Why? Did you cheat? Even if you did, and you know your spouse isn't going to beat you. All right. You know what? Being scared to be honest, I think it's a disease. You know what? Just leave your comments below about the subject. Okay? White lies versus big lies versus white lies, big lies versus small lies. How many times have I heard the wife is trying to call her husband in the office and he's not answering the phone? Well, his secretary's serving him coffee. Sorry, my secretary, I had a meeting. I had a meeting. But, sweetheart, your meeting was 3 hours long, 2 hours long. How? Sorry, honey, it won't happen again. Okay, that's a lie. A lot of the time, it is a lie. So, what do you do? So, here we go. Be assertive. Integrity can mean standing up for yourself and asserting your needs or opinions. When you're used to being passive, being assertive can feel aggressive. Similarly, when you're used to similarly when you're used to aggressive communication, assertiveness can feel like submitting. I don't quite get that. Assertiveness is all about expressing yourself clearly and effectively while remaining respectful and non-judgmental of other people. Okay, so assertiveness is about expressing yourself clearly and effectively while remaining respectful and non-judgmental of other people. It's communicating your needs without disregarding the needs of others. Assertive communication is always based on mutual respect. I don't quite understand that, but mutual respect. Your partner knows you. You know your partner. Your wife knows you. You know your wife. Okay? You know how you act. As long as you're not flying off the handle, doing something you've never done, and there's an understanding of the communication in a relationship. I think that's what that means. I'm not sure though. Leave your comments below. Does that mean that we understand how we communicate and how it's done without, and then you know if something's wrong if it goes off the deep end? A common way to practice assertive communications is to use I statements. For instance, instead of saying you're wrong, say I disagree. I like that. A common way to practice assertive communication to your partner, husband, wife, live in I statements. For instance, try it. Oh my gosh, this is lift your spirits to a higher level, people. Don't forget. Universe can be part of our communication. God, help us. Okay. The universe, lift it higher, people. I disagree. Not saying you're wrong. I disagree. That's good. Instead of saying you're wrong, I disagree. A longer form of an I statement incorporates your feelings and thoughts without judging the other person. For example, instead of you're always late, use I'm upset when you're late because I don't know if you're going to make it in. In the future, can you let me know when you're going to be late so I don't worry so much? That's me. My wife just goes out without telling me. We're going to continue this one later, and I'm always worried. I'm Ace from the Ray Z Show. Please leave your comments below, and a big shout out to anyone who follows me and loves this show. Give me a rating from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Be honest. I'm not scared of honesty. And Vin, thank you for asking me to be the godfather of your child. Peace out. Shout out to all. Till next time.